Hello, I'm Steve Phillips, and down in my war room, and I'm gonna try to make a video today on something different that you don't see very often. Uh, we'll see how it works out. This was my friend Tom Dickey, and a lot of the stuff that's in my collection, a good bit of it, once belonged to Tom. Like a lot of these fuses and these implements that are used to fire the cannons, those were Tom's, and most of them. I've added a few things, and this case here was also Tom's. I ended up with I guess about a third of Tom's collection after he died, and but what I wanted to talk about is this box. Tom had started accumulating tags, different kinds of tags, and I'm gonna try to figure out what some of them are. Baggage tags, railroad tags, slave tags, uh, even a coat tag. So this will be a pretty good project, I think. Okay, we'll start this project. It's probably going to be bigger than I want to do, but this is the first tag. Well, first of all, let me tell everybody, I don't know nothing about railroad tags or slave tags. I collect artillery projectiles, but I've got a lot of them, and Tom had a lot of them, and he probably didn't know much about them either. But they are great relics, and they need to be appreciated, so I'm going to show pictures, and if anybody's got any comments, if they're helpful, go ahead and give them to me. If you're going to talk down to me, just keep it to yourself. This is the first one we're going to do, and it says R&P RR, which is Richmond and Petersburg Railroad in Richmond, Virginia, and it's got Tom's little number he put on the back, which means this one was picked up at Kennesaw Mountain in Georgia, and I assume some Confederate soldier carried this, and so it's got good provenance. Pretty interesting. I couldn't swear it's Civil War. I don't want to say Civil War. Let's say it the way it is. Lincoln's War to prevent Southern independence. It may or may not be. Anyway, it's from Kennesaw. And the second one, let's see what it says. RL, whatever that is. Local 81. It says 17. That means it was found in Virginia. I don't know if Tom found it or somebody else, but figure out what that is. I don't know what the RL Company Railroad. I'm looking at a list of Confederate railroads. So I don't know anything about that. Okay, this one is the same as the last one, except this is number 86, and the other one was 81. I don't guess they had too many numbers back then. And I still don't know what RL Company Railroad is. It also is found in Virginia. No markings on the back. Now this one is N&C. That's Nashville and Chattanooga. It was one of the Confederate railroads. And it doesn't have a number. I don't know where it was picked up, but it's an early one, and pretty nice baggage tag. Nashville and Chattanooga, a real ugly one, and this is one I found. It's got, this one came from the river at Selma. Looks like it's got maybe a 1 on the bottom and some other letters up above, but the river, 100-something years of abuse down there, bouncing around. I don't know what it is. I just know I found it at Selma. Okay, this one here is the U.S. Military Railroad. That's what the Yankees set up a whole railroad system, and it was the military railroad system. I don't know what the ND and S means, but it was a part of the military railroad, which I think they pretty much took over most all the railroad. But this was probably carried by a Yankee soldier, and it was found in Boonville, Mississippi. There's no writing on the back, but that's where it came from. And just imagine the soldier that came that far. Hope he made it back, even though he was a Yankee. This is one that I've bought, I think I bought it, I forget, but I acquired it a few years ago and putting it in here. Don't know much about it, except it connected the steamboat line, or the old Bay line was ships in Chesapeake Bay, and they connected to a railroad. And this one goes from transportation, or from New York to Weldon, Virginia. Don't know if it's pre-war, post-war. Don't know much about it. Let's see if I can get a good, clear picture of it. The old Bay line. I thought it had another name too. I don't remember what it was. Now this is one, I can't figure out what that is, but it says P period F, and maybe that's, I don't know what that is after the F, but I think it may be a T, a little T up to like Fort, but I doubt it's Fort Worth, and then a W, and G, railroad, which is probably Georgia, and I guess the top's been busted off. It looks like it's real straight. It came from Savannah, and don't know anything about it. Got a high number. Now this one has the same railroad on it as that last one, PF something W and G railroad, and it's New York, and it says Allentown, and on the back it says via Pittsburgh, and this one was picked up with the Battle of Fredericksburg, and I bought it a few years ago from a relic hunter, but don't know much else. This one is from the Atlantic and North Carolina Railroad. It says New Bern, number 562, and I don't know what that city it was headed to. Something, there's one letter missing. It's a heart-shaped one, and there's nothing on the back to tell where it was picked up. But Atlantic and North Carolina. This one is marked R&D, which is the Richmond and Danville Railroad, and it was picked up at Falmouth, I don't know if I say that right, Virginia. Nothing on the back, but that's where it came from. I don't know if it's from the war or not. Somebody knows more about tags can say. A real small little tag. It was found in Virginia. It says IC, number 51. It's real small. I think that's Illinois Central, but I don't know for sure. No markings on the back. Looks real early. All right, this one is the Orange and Alexandria Railroad, and it's, I guess, from New York City to Dalton, Georgia. And it was, I don't know why it would have been where it was picked up, because it was picked up at, let's see, yeah, it was picked up at Petersburg, Virginia. It's probably war, but I don't know. This says from Dalton to New York, Orange and Alexandria. All right, this is a pretty historic one here. I've heard this one referred to as the Gone with the Wind Railroad. I don't know why, but it's the. Let's see. I made some notes on this. It was found in Dalton, Georgia, by Philip Pass, and it's a Western and Atlantic Railroad. Number 441. It's on the back, and the name's on the other side. Can't read it too good, but I think that's definitely a war one there. Found at Dalton. This one says New Orleans, and on the bottom it's Bristol. I guess Bristol, maybe that's in Virginia. It says via the M&C, that's the Memphis and Charleston Railroad. And don't know where it was picked up. This one's pretty eroded, and somebody else that can see better than me said it's from the Wilmington and Manchester Railroad, and it's found in the watery swamp of South Carolina. That's Tom's number there. This one's pretty rough, and it's, I don't know what railroad it is. One side it says Memphis, the other side it says Washington. It's number 541. I don't see any other writing on it, especially that I could read. This one's interesting. It's number 7, and it's the Richmond and Potomac Boat Company. That's the only marks on it. It's found in Stafford County, Virginia. I'm sure that's pretty historic right there. This one has a good name. It's Manassas Gap Railroad. It was found in Virginia. No markings on the back. Appears to have, well, I guess I thought that was a slot there, but that's just where when they hit the number in, they punch through. Looks old. Manassas Gap. Doesn't look like a baggage tag, but it's something from the Chesapeake and Ohio Railroad. Number 42, and it's a half, whatever it is. Doesn't say where it came from, but I guess that's, I don't know, maybe that's a child's fair or something. Who knows? If somebody knows, let us know. This one looks really old. It's from the Petersburg, Fredericksburg, and Potomac Railroad. It says to Orange on it. That's in Virginia. It's number 120, and it was found in Virginia. Fredericksburg. Orange to Fredericksburg. Virginia. We don't know much about this one here at all. It seems to say CC, I can't make out that next letter, and C, periods in between number 86. I don't know if it's some sort of tag that would tie on to something, but it appears that they had white paint in the characters, and that's still there, but it looks old, but don't know anything about it. Don't know where it came from or anything. Plain old tag, number 22, looks old, not much writing on it, so it must be Confederate, because we didn't like to write much. I doubt this one is war at all. It's much later probably, because it says L&N, L&N Railroad, and it says excess, so it must be excess baggage, just something different. But I don't think it's real heavy. War period. Chesapeake in Ohio, number 732. No barkings on the back. Some of them have a name or something up near the top, but I'd have to have a microscope to see who made it. I think may say New York, and it's got the maker's name. My eyes won't get that. It's a pretty neat one here. It's number 691. It's found in Virginia. Small, and it's marked abbreviated, but it's Petersburg and Washington. I don't know if that's the name of the railroad, or I guess it was the name of the railroad. Petersburg and Washington. I like it. This one's got more than one railroad name. Illinois Central Railroad, and then on the bottom is the Ohio and Mississippi Railway. It's number 189, and it's found in Jackson, Mississippi. There's another one of those Bay Line ones that was the Chesapeake Bay ships, and then connecting to Wilmington. And that Bay Line operated a long time. I looked on the internet and saw it operated into the 1900s and carried a lot of people. This is a well-made little tag. BS, I think that's a T. I thought it was an M, but it must be St. Louis. I don't, ST and an L, number 128. Don't know where it came from. Assume it came from a battlefield. Maybe somebody else knows who that is. Don't know anything about this one either. It's marked WCVM and GS Railroad from Washington. Don't know where it came from or where it was picked up. I assume this is not very old, or not too old. SR probably means Southern Railroad, just guessing. It's got a high number, so I don't think it's a war period. It's after that sometime when some of the railroads consolidated, became the Southern Railroad, I assume. This is a railroad tag. This is another kind of tagging. I think it says Stevens Prep. I'd assume that means prep school. Number 1905. No marks on the back, but probably something to do with some school. I hadn't researched Stevens Prep. A little tag that's pretty interesting. It's the Palace Hotel in Cincinnati. Best hotel for $2 and $2.50 a day in America. I did look on the internet, and it was a great. It may still be there, but it was a great big hotel. This grip registered at Palace Hotel in Cincinnati. pretty neat. Don't know exactly how old it would be. This is an interesting one. For the immigrants. Erie Railway Immigrant, number 226, to Detroit, via Buffalo and Grand Trunk Railroad, G129. I don't know why it's got two different numbers on there, but this would probably be, there's all kind of writing there about the baggage fees and how much it's insured. Most of that I can't make out. But the fact that it was the immigrants, to get them to places away from just where they came in, I'd say this is war period or not too long after it. One more here. Illinois Central Railroad, real high number, 56,249. I doubt that's a war period. I mean, that's a high number. And I don't even know why that number's on there. Because Tom's not, I think that's my writing, and I don't know what it means. Not a bag seal. I mean, not a baggage tag. It is a bag seal. And I found it along the railroad near Okolona, Mississippi, and it's marked Mobile and Ohio Railroad, and it's a bag seal. You can see where the two iron wires were. We find a lot of these at Selma, where I think they were melting them down to make bullets, but they've always been sort of interesting to me. Okay, this is different stuff now. This is a slave tag. Of course, it's from Charleston. I think all of them were either from Charleston or Charleston Neck. I could be wrong. And hard to make out. It's dated 1846, according to somebody's writing. And I could read it there. It's marked servant. Slave tags, there's a lot of fakes on them. These are not fakes. I've got more than two and less than three. I'll show you. These were Tom's. This one is dated 1824. Of course, it's from Charleston. And this guy was a porter. The slave owners could rent their slaves out in Charleston, and they had to buy a tag, like a dog tag, for them if they were going to rent them out. If they were just going to have them at home, they didn't have to have these tags, but this is just a money-making deal for Charleston so they could get money. But he was a porter, and with the die knocked the last zero out of the number. This is my half. If it was whole, it would be the best one. This man was a fisher, and you can just read part of the Charleston FIS. See, it's got a hole from a square nail knocked in it. Nothing on the back. That would be a beautiful tag if it was whole. And slave tags are very valuable, but I don't advise anybody to be buying them because they be most likely to get a fake, just like Confederate buckles. And this is by far my favorite tag of any kind. Tom had it, and it's a coat tag from the Exchange Hotel and Ballard House in Richmond. It's number 35. And the Exchange Hotel and Ballard House were two big hotels, and they actually connected. They built a over-the-road walkway that could connect the two hotels. They were extremely important during the war. Before the Confederates had places for their Congress to meet and all, this is where they met. And this tag has been held in the hands of maybe Jefferson Davis and Robert E. Lee and all the generals. But I really love this tag. I think it's just fantastic. That's it for my tags. And any comments are welcome. Just don't talk down to me. And thanks for watching my video.